Simple test could save thousands of lives, but if you're caught with one of them, you could end up in jail. Tonight, there's a push in Harrisburg to legalize fentanyl test strips. Jessica Guay spoke with the local lawmaker behind that effort. Jessica.
Ken, fentanyl can be so strong, it can be deadly even in small doses, and that's why the state representative pushing this. They cost only about $1, and it takes a few minutes. This small piece of paper can detect if there is fentanyl in a drug, but it's illegal in Pennsylvania because it's classified as drug paraphernalia. State Representative Jim Struzzi of Indiana wants that to change. The House Judiciary Committee held a hearing on his legislation, House Bill 1393, that would legalize the possession of fentanyl test strips for personal use. Struzzi's brother, Michael, died of an overdose at the age of 31.
I lost my brother 7 years ago, not related to fentanyl, but I understand the pain that comes with losing a loved one or a friend or a family member to a drug overdose. And my view is that if we can find ways, simple ways like fentanyl test strips, to give people a second chance, to allow them to survive an overdose.
These test strips aren't new to Prevention Point Pittsburgh, a nonprofit that provides harm reduction services.
Work like a pregnancy test. They're very simple to use. Just a quick yes or no as to whether there's fentanyl in the substance that you are intending to use or not.
Overdose Prevention Project Coordinator Alice Bell says they've distributed 17,000 fentanyl test strips since they started giving them out in 2017.
We found that 89% of the people who used the test strips reported to us that they did do something different as a result. They used less. They told other people that there was fentanyl in their drugs.
Rep. Struzzi says this needs to make it to the governor's desk as soon as possible before we lose more Pennsylvanians to the disease of addiction.
The grief doesn't go away, and my view is we can't help people if they're not here. So we give people a second chance with these tools that can hopefully find a way to get them out of addiction and into recovery.
He's staying hopeful that the bill will make it out of the committee and make it into the House floor for a full vote. Live downtown, Jessica Guay, KDKA News.